Have you ever noticed that the more you give a man, the less emotionally invested he becomes? And I know how frustrating that is to hear because many of you have been doing everything right. You've been thoughtful, supportive, emotionally available, but still he's the one pulling away or not showing up for you in the same way. On the other hand, you've seen many women doing half as much as you and men seem deeply attached to them. Why? Because male attachment does not grow the way that most women think it does. In fact, some of the behaviors that you believe create love are slowly killing his connection to you. My name is Ismael Gomez. I'm a coach, writer, and speaker, and what I'm going to show you today comes from a private session inside one of my programs, okay? I just wanted to share a small piece of it so you understand male attachment, commitment, and how to make a man come to your castle. Now, if you're confused about what that means, a man coming to your castle, drop everything that you're doing, okay? No multitasking. I see you that you're doing multiple things, and give this your full attention because it's going to change how you see men and your relationship dynamics with them. Okay, so here you go. So this lady right here is you know, with this beautiful dress and your castle. When you're starting a relationship, when you're starting to get to know a man, okay, if you got these two guys right here, if this guy takes 2 weeks to build this bridge, okay, and this one takes 3 months, if there's a storm, heavy rain, a lot of wind, which guy do you think is going to quit first? So yeah, so the one on the left, this one is going to be the one who's going to quit first, okay? So what does that mean? That you have to let a man invest. The more he invests, the more time he spends building this bridge to get to here, the more likely he is to stay. Now, many guys want the easy bridge. So when you say like, hey, I don't trust this bridge, they might just stay in their mountain. They may not come to your side, and that's completely okay. You get rid of a time waster. But this always leads to more commitment. Now, why does he want to come to this side of the castle? What's the one thing that he's like, okay, I want to go to her castle? So value, right? So the more value is here, the more he wants to come and stay on this side. Now, here comes the issue. Let's say that he's building the bridge, okay, this guy. Whenever there's a problem, what do you think is the most effective way to fix this bridge? Is it for you to wait here on your side and wait for him to repair the bridge and get to this side again, or for you to meet him in the middle? Okay, we got three options. He comes to you, try to repair, he's repairing the bridge to get to your side again, or you come to the middle and you meet with him here, okay, to repair the bridge, or you go completely to his side to help him repair the bridge. What do you think is the most effective way? The most effective way is he should come to you, okay? He should be repairing the bridge and come to you. Now, obviously, these are relationships. Sometimes you will have to meet in the middle, and sometimes you would have to come to him because he hasn't seen the castle in a while, and you gotta go come over here to remind him of the value. You do it once, that's okay. Sometimes you're gonna have to meet in the middle. Both of you meet here and you repair depending on the issue. Maybe you did something that you know you're conscious now that you didn't act the best way, but still you gotta know in your mind that the most effective way is this one. If this is the most effective way, what is the one quality that you have to learn? What is the one thing that you have to learn if you know that this is the most effective way? Damn, you ladies are on fire today. Patience. Okay, I'm proud. I feel like a good teacher today. Okay, patience. Imagine he's here thinking about crossing the bridge, repairing the bridge to get to your side. It's been 4 days. All of you have gone through this. He takes one step to here, opens his phone. He starts typing the message. He's got it there as a draft. He's going to send it. And then now you call him. Destroyed everything. Now you went to his side because you were not patient. Okay? Literally, this happens to all of you. And you got to understand when your brain is activated, when you're triggered, this is when you got to apply this. When he's not texting, when it's been 4 days, now your patience is being tested. And if you don't know how to be okay with silence, I'm telling you, you're always going to be a victim of this. You're always going to feel powerless. And again, it always depends on the gravity of the problem. Sometimes you do have to meet in the middle. Sometimes you do have to come to the other side. But usually, you ladies just jump over here 4 times in a week. And now he's like, okay, I don't even have to go to the bridge. And also,
You got the value over here, and now you bring it to him. And he's like, okay, why should I make the effort to go over there to get anything? She's been coming over here whenever I want, right? And the last thing, this is the number one thing that I want all of you to understand. Okay, this is the secret. And I'm going to whisper it because I don't want Amanda to hear it. She's outside, she doesn't hear it. But men need women more than women need men. I really want you to understand this. Men need women more than women need men. Because for you to get guys trying to come to your castle, yeah, maybe not all the bridges are, maybe there's a lot of bridges like this. Okay. Yes, that's fine. Maybe there's a lot of time wasters, but guess what? You have a lot of guys trying to get to your castle and see your value. A lot of them are time wasters, but guys don't even think about that. This guy doesn't even think, is this dude is a time waster? He's like, I like this castle. I like this one. Why is this guy trying to cross to my castle? Because now this castle, part of that belongs to me too. I feel like, he might even fix some of the stuff in your castle for you, right? And now he's also investing in the castle. So he's not thinking, oh, there's a lot of time wasters, none of these guys. No, he's thinking there are a bunch of guys that want to build, and get to that side. But if you don't believe it yourself and you don't act this way, then and you're always coming to his side, then he's not even seeing this. None of this. It's just like, oh, all he's seeing is you next to him on his side. What do men crave? So men crave intimacy and physical touch. This doesn't mean that it's sex only. Okay. Intimacy and physical touch can be affection, can be cuddling. If you have the intimacy and the affection that most guys want, then you have to be patient because it might be 5 days, it might be 2 weeks, but in 2 weeks, he's going to crave that again. And if the value is here and you're the one who were providing it for him, he's going to be like, okay, I kind of messed up. Let me fix this bridge and try to get to the other side. And now he invested more. He made a stronger bridge, right? All this. Now, as he's building the bridge, every time that you're going to talk about, you want something to change. You want him to repair this part of the bridge. Something is happening. You want him to, hey, can you first knock on the door when you get to my castle instead of opening it and just storming in? Okay, whatever it is, you have to work on one thing at a time. Okay. Many of you are throwing 50 things at the guy, and now this is why you say he doesn't change. He comes here, every time that you come in here, like the bridge is wet, and now I see your footsteps, the floor is dirty, and also you're not knocking on my door, and also don't you notice how dark it is? It's like 50 things at the guy. He doesn't even know, now he's overwhelmed. And he feels annoyed. He doesn't even want to spend time in the castle. So always focus on one thing. What is the one thing that you want to focus on, that you want to change? And slowly break that in little pieces also. So if you want him to, the floor is wet. Okay, what is the first thing for him to notice the floor? Okay, he noticed the floor. What is the other thing? Maybe we need to go and buy something together to clean the floor. And then look, and now we do it again, you break it down in little pieces. Even when you're doing that, you got to be very specific. Even when saying you're not being consistent, which we love that word, right? You're not being consistent. Okay, you got to break it down. What do you mean? What does consistency look like to you? Hey, I appreciate if we speak 5 minutes every night on the phone. We don't have to text that much, but talking on the phone at least 5 minutes to hear your voice and stuff, I feel that that's a way to show consistency. Perfect. Now you start doing that every day. He's been doing it consistently for 2 weeks. Okay, seems like you master that. Then you move on to the next thing. When you say like you're not consistent, I need more consistency to feel committed. Like he's like, okay, what is because you do this, you do now 50 things, and he's like, oh, okay, I gotta go play soccer, and now he becomes avoidant, right? So also you want to positive reinforcement as he's doing things. He's like, look at me, I did now. We're talking at night, so I'm doing things right. So he feels successful as he's doing things, and he's like, okay, look at me, I'm doing the things right. Everything is great, and he doesn't feel attacked, unsuccessful, or that he's making mistakes. Does that make sense for all of you? Okay.
Alright ladies, that's it for this presentation, and if you enjoy my content and want me to personally coach you on attracting authentic love with a man this year, what you saw was part of my program Male Commitment Decoded. I do group coaching and also one-on-one sessions, so if you're tired of trying to figure out dating and relationships on your own, just come join me and I'm going to help you transform your love life in a few months. I'm going to leave the link in the top comment if you want to book your first call with me. Anyways, thank you for subscribing to my channel, and remember that for your relationships to change, you need to change, okay? Have a beautiful day.